Nothing changed in a big picture sense with Mitchell Robinson's broken right pinky. He is still pushing to play Game 1 of the finals Wednesday. Knicks are hopeful that he can play, but there's no official timetable for his return. Robinson did not practice on Friday as the Knicks worked out in Tarrytown at their practice facility, and Mike Brown saying afterward that Robinson did not suffer that pinky injury in Game 4, and he did not suffer it in a subsequent practice. So an off-the-court injury, away from work injury for Robinson, and tough, obviously, timing for the Knicks because Robinson's such a big part of what they do. And, you know, certainly he could tape his fingers up and go and do what he needs to do. But even with that, you know, his ability to rebound the ball, his ability to catch lobs and finish, you would think is going to be impacted by that broken pinky that's on his dominant hand. Mike Brown said Friday that he is working with the bigs that would be playing, so I assume that means Ariel Hukporti had Mitchell Robinson's spot in practice, but nonetheless, Robinson will push to play, and the Knicks are hopeful. No timetable there yet. I'm sure final decision will be made by the Knicks medical staff, but the idea that Robinson is gung-ho on playing is a good sign for the Knicks.
Marc, what do you make of the team Leon Rose has finally put together?
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time coming. I mean, I think you look at Leon Rose and the job that he did here, Chris, is number one, he's been a stabilizing force, right? I think if you followed this organization for years, they've been more of a laughingstock than anything else and more of missteps than direct hits. And when you look at Rose, it was a slow build, establishing them, bringing back to some sort of relevancy, and then striking, whether it be OG Anunoby, whether it be Karl Anthony Towns, whether it be going out there overpaying to get a Mikal Bridges. And then you look at what Bridges has developed into. So you looked at it took a while to get here. Rose, even though he never meets with the media, he doesn't want to go out there and get serenaded with all the praise, deserves all the love and affection he's getting for where this team and where this organization is back to big-time relevancy in the East.
And I give him credit that he's consistent with not wanting to be out front.
No
when
doubt.
They won the Eastern Conference Finals the other night, he kind of let the players do the celebration, which I thought was a nice touch. You mentioned slow build. I think it's the patience, right? Because with the Knicks for so many years, it was the impulsive decisions, you know, the shiny object that they'd go for in a rush to try and fast-track things and get back to where they wanted to be. And to some extent, you understand when that happens. But Rose coming in and taking his time, striking at the right moments. Yeah, there have been some question marks about some of the moves along the way. You talked about Bridges. I think even the Towns trade at the time, some people were very against that because Julius Randle was a big part of the Knicks getting back to being a contender, and Dante DiVincenzo was a fan favorite. So it's all worked out to get us to this point where everything seems to have clicked and fallen into place, to the point where I feel actually very confident about them going into the NBA Finals, no matter which team they end up facing.
No, and we're going to talk about that here right now. So it's the third consecutive series the Knicks are playing a team that is coming off a 7-game series. So they have a long break, which is good for Mitchell Robinson, get that pinky ready. But Chris, you said you feel confident either way, but who do you think they match up better with?
Yeah, look, I'm confident in the Knicks, but if I'm looking at the opponents and trying to figure out who I like better from a matchup standpoint, call me crazy. I know they're the defending champs. I think it's actually the Thunder, believe it or not. You know, they've been a little banged up. Look, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an all-world player. We know that. There's no way around that. But some of what he does and his ability to get to the foul line, draw contact, and, you know, get the refs to blow the whistle for him, it'll be a challenge for the Knicks, but I think they have so many guys that can defend, so many bodies to run at him, maybe they can shut him down enough to win.
Yeah, I've kind of gone back and forth on it, and I kind of agree with you. I think at this time it's probably OKC with no Jay Will and no A.J. Mitchell. I mean, those are big-time issues when you're looking at secondary and tertiary scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then it's Victor Wembanyama and, you know, the generational alien talent that he is for the San Antonio Spurs to go along with everything else they have. Obviously, Dylan Harper, and you throw in Castle as well, the former UConn star. So, listen, the Knicks are going to be an underdog regardless of who it is coming out, but I think the matchup you'd rather see is a banged-up OKC team than San Antonio.